Well, thank you guys for jumping on with me tonight. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Tino. Oh, Tino, good. I'm actually going to mention you in here. So, yay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I want to start with a story. So a couple weeks ago, and I don't remember the exact, like all of the numbers, but a couple weeks ago, I'm talking to my daughter and she's having a little bit of a little bit of an emotional moment. And she was like, if I don't get a such and such on this test, then my GPA will only be a 4.0. Yeah. And then she goes on to say, and then if I don't get an A or whatever on my, that's the numbers that I don't remember. If I don't get an A on my final, then my GPA will go down to a 3.87. And I'm just kind of looking at her like, and I started laughing and I said, you realize like a 3.87, a 4.0, those are still really great GPAs, right? Like you realize that. And she said, don't laugh at me. You made me this way. And I said, whoa, I never told you had to get straight A's. And she said, no, but you always pushed me so hard. So that's what my message is going to be about today, because my response to her was, absolutely, I pushed you so hard, because that's what people who love you do. See, we're kind of programmed that people who allow us to feel comfortable, that never challenge us, that never confront us, that never call us out on our bull, right? That kind of stuff. Hi, Shell. We're kind of programmed to believe that those are the people that we need to be around. Those are the people that love us the most, are the ones that just let us be, right? But in reality, the people who push us the hardest, the people who challenge us, the people who do call us out on our bull and tell us, hey, you're wrong, those are the people who love you the most, because they're not allowing us to settle for mediocrity, right? And that's something like, I think most of us in our minds, like we don't want to be mediocre, right? We have goals and dreams and stuff, but we push them away because, hey, it's normal. Things are normal. I'm good, whatever the case may be. And so I want you to understand that, it's the person who pushes you the hardest that really truly loves you the most. Now, there were two really cool moments in this when we had this conversation, because absolutely, I was like, yes, I absolutely pushed us the most. And it doesn't always feel good when someone pushes us. It might be a coach, it might be a spouse, it might be someone at work, it might be a friend, it might be someone you don't even really know that pushes you, that challenges you, that calls you out and stuff. It doesn't always feel good. It might hurt our feelings. It might make us feel like, they don't love us or they don't like us. It might feel unfair to us. But what I talked about last week, if we take a step back, if we allow some silent moments to really reflect on that. Hi, Kathy. If we allow us to take some reflection on that, we will oftentimes realize that they're right. So, that was kind of a cool moment to just kind of see, yeah, absolutely, I push her. And I think that there are other people who push her too. And I get to hear all about how it's so unfair. And I'm just like, no, because that means if somebody's pushing you harder, that means they know you're capable of more, right? But the other really cool thing that came out of that conversation to me was really that then she set a standard for herself. I've never told that child she had to get straight A's. I've never told her her room has to be clean all the time or anything else like that. I pushed her, and now she has her own set of standards, right? And I think that's so important. Self-motivation is so much better. It's going to get you so much further than somebody else trying to motivate you, right? When we're motivated ourselves, it's going to help us go so much further. It's going to help us achieve those things that we really want to achieve. And so I was really I had a moment like, it's so cool that now she has set her own standards. She's the one now pushing herself, saying anything less than straight A's, and she's in AP classes, so that's why it's above a 4.0 usually. Anything less than straight A's is not acceptable to me. And it's like, I love that. At the same time, as somebody who's type A personality, I'm sometimes like, oh God, she's going to like give herself hell for the rest of her life. But at the same point, I'm so happy that she set these standards for herself, because now she knows that she's capable of more, and she knows that she has to be the one to motivate her. Nobody's going to be there all the time to motivate her. I'm not there all the time. Her dad's not there all the time. Her coach isn't there all the time, whatever the case may be. But I see her, and I see her do this in lots of things. I see her, you know, push herself in her workouts, and I see her go out into the backyard and shoot and stuff like that when she doesn't have to, but she does it because she's set these standards for herself. So I really wanted to talk about that today. Just like, who is in your corner? Who are you surrounding yourself with? You know, there's a lot to be said for who you surround yourself with. If the people that you hang out with, that you spend the most time with, all they want to talk about is whatever latest TV show or what the celebrities are up to, that's empty. And I did a talk about that a while back, about just empty conversations. And I'm not down for that, right? I love to be around people who talk about goals. So Tino, my good friend Tino, we went to high school together. We worked together when we were teenagers. We've been friends a very long time now. I won't put out years, but we've been friends a very long time now. And last weekend I had the opportunity to go hang out with him for a little bit. Him, my best friend, we were all hanging out, and a nice little reunion going on there. And I texted Tino the day after because I'm so very proud of him. He's somebody that I like to spend time with because he is doing really amazing things in his life. Him and his wife, his family, sponsored, I think it was 7 families for Christmas, that he did all the gifts and all of that kind of stuff. Now, mind you, Tino never went to college, right? Tino has built his own business. Tino is investing. Tino has done all these amazing things that I was like, I love being around people like this. These are my people, right? People who have goals, people who are working to create a bigger legacy, who are not just settling for normal. So, hi Brandy. So you know how I always have you guys close your eyes during these conversations. So I want you to close your eyes for a quick minute. And I just want you to think about those things in your life where you have settled for what is normal. That might be that you've settled for a job, and maybe you go, okay, well, you know, I mean, they pay me. It's not minimum wage, so it's okay. They pay me enough to pay my bills. That's normal. And you've maybe settled for that. It might be that you've settled for normalcy in the fact that I have debt, but doesn't everybody have debt? That's normal, right? Are you settling for that? It might be a relationship or a marriage where you feel more like roommates, but hey, you're married. That's normal, right? So I think, you know, and it might be normal friendships, like where, again, you aren't pushing each other, you aren't challenging each other, you don't talk about goals, you talk about what's on TV. All of these things in our lives that are normal, and we just accept that. And we just go, okay, well, it's good. I mean, that's normal, right? And I don't know about you, but my goal is not normal. My goal is extraordinary. My goal is exceptional. Those are the types of things I'm shooting for. I want an exceptional life. I don't want a normal life. I want an extraordinary life. I want an extraordinary friendship and relationships and all of those kinds of things. That's what I want out of my life. And so I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but on my Facebook page, I have this quote, and it says, "Average is just the best of the worst." Really think about that. Average is just the best of the worst. I was not created to be average, and neither are you. See, I remember when we talk about these standards, I remember, gosh, it was when my daughter was in like 4th or 5th grade. So that was a long time ago, because now she's a senior, right? And I like, they were having a Skate City night for her school. So I had taken her to Skate City, and I was talking to one of the fathers there, and he was telling me how he told his kids all he expected out of them was C's, because that was average. So that's all he expected of them. And his children get C's. They don't push themselves harder. They don't strive for more because they've been told it's okay to be average. So what are your thoughts? Anything? I know Dee's blowing it up. Dee's loving this one today. Dee, I'm telling you. Hi, Aunt Sherry. Hi, Bridget. Hi, Matt. Yeah, I'm telling you, Dee, you need to be on these every week. Dee is amazing. Dee is my amazing friend. He just created a logo for me. So if anybody needs any kind of like logo design or anything like that, I've got to connect. Let me know. But anyways, thank you guys so much for jumping on. If you want to chat in what you're doing for New Year's, let me know. I might be hanging out with a friend going to watch some comedy. Yes, Dee, I'm glad it's pumping you up. Woohoo! That's my goal, right? Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much. Have a very safe and fun New Year's Eve. Even if you're just staying at home, again, don't let it be average. Do something fun at home, right? Turn it into a game night. Don't just sit there and watch TV. Do something a little bit different than you normally do. So I will talk to you guys later. I will see you next week, right? Oh my gosh, we'll be in 2021. I'm not one for New Year's resolutions. I don't know about you guys, but I figure I can set my goals whenever I want. So I don't need a new year for that. But you guys have a safe, entry into 2021. Let's just hope that, maybe things open back up in 2021. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Oh, dream big, live bigger.